Hey, what's up? I'm Marty Yang, creator of the Lucky Brain podcast. Thanks so much for tuning in. If you're enjoying the content, please hit the like button and also subscribe to my channel. Thanks so much. Hope you enjoy. So you guys focus on health, specifically gut health. And the way that Nicole came to you was she wasn't feeling good about her stomach. And the story of how you guys met is pretty interesting as well. So that's, we'll save that for another discussion. But
of course,
you guys' focus is on gut health. And talking about testimonials, I want to give like a personal testimonial going to you guys every time we're talking about colon hydrotherapy. And every time I'm done with this session, I feel so light and so clear. And I remember driving in my car and just like singing and feeling so good and feeling so light. So when did you guys and how did you guys get started into learning about health and having a clean gut?
Okay. Well, we go back to 1992. Might have, a brother, who in that time was 35 years old. And he happened that he got sick and he have cancer. So at that time, at that point, basically, my wife and I, we helped him, through his illness. And we were able to observe, how the whole system of care, medication took place. So basically, it kind of like awakened us this hiding feeling of wellness that we have probably all our life. So that's when we, after my brother passed away, we started studying, researching, and getting together with great holistic practitioners, doctors around here in United States and other places in the world. And it was a fantastic learning experience because we started learning from different sources. One of them, it would be to see the health through the iris of the eyes. Another one was, to look healthy through nutrition. Then it was, to learn the health through the mind, hypnosis, how the mind works, Then another thing, it was finally, we are like, okay, well, I start having some problems in the back. And personally, it was kind of hard, to even get up. I was only in my early 40s. So I hear about this colon hydrotherapy. I started doing research. So, but it took me 2 years to do my first colon hydrotherapy because I was very busy, in the business world. So
right.
It took a while. So finally, after 2 years when I couldn't basically even get up anymore because the pain was getting, worse and worse. And even with the things that we knew at the time of, for example, like fasting and nutrition, it will get a little better, but not much. So finally, we did the colon hydrotherapy, and it was like, voila, what a miracle. It's like I start seeing all these things in a session coming out of me, and I was going like, oh my goodness, So so that was where the journey started, So after just like 4 sessions, my back was like feeling like brand new.
Amazing.
And so, that's how we started. That's how we started doing the colon hydrotherapy. And well, the story goes on and on.
Yeah. So when you were getting your colon hydrotherapy sessions, and it's amazing the effects that happen after each session. What did you like? Why is it important? I guess not only for you guys, but like important for people in general to have a clean gut. Like, what is it about the gut that is so important?
Okay. Well, to answer that question, and which I believe is a perfect question, we have to go to know that the colon is between 5.5 feet long and 6 feet long. And the colon is connected to every single part of the body. So you're talking the heart, the eyes, the ears. Every single organ is connected to the colon. So if your colon is impacted, your whole system suffers. In other words, it overloads, the work of the other organs.
I see. Okay. So that's why it's important to have a clean colon, because it affects the rest of your health. The rest
of your health, and also, if you have experienced colon hydrotherapy, like our clients have done, you will also observe that even mentally, you will feel more clarity.
Oh yeah, that's definitely something.
And that is amazing, So that is when, right now, science is talking about the connection of the brain and the gut, right? Connection brain and gut.
Yeah. That's not like a hidden literature, but in the mainstream.
Yes, it's for the people to know. Yes.
They say that your gut is like your second brain.
Yes.
That makes sense. That's kind of coming from the saying, trust your gut. That's so, I've heard that before, like trust your gut, because your brain has a way of like tricking you out of, it has like fear and all these other just really amazing functions of the brain. But the gut is almost like very intuitive. It doesn't really have that same function like the brain does when it comes to like telling you fear. But from your guys' experience, like what is it about the gut that is important when it comes to like almost like an intuition thing?
Okay.
Yeah, so when I got a colon cleanse, because I'll just use it's the easiest way to go about it. When I get the colon cleanse, there's something so lightening. Like there's like literally you just like clean all the crap out of your colon.
Right.
Yeah. Besides that light feeling of that, but it's almost like a light feeling in your like soul. Why does that happen?
Well, let me put this example for you. If you will have a basket container where you throw your garbage, okay? And so then, you leave the garbage for one day. Well, maybe it will not smell, right? So 2 days. But if you leave that garbage in there for like about a week, you probably will not be able to enter the room, right? So imagine your colon. And the simple explanation for that and common sense will be that if you are having, like most people, 3 meals a day, and you basically are going to what they call normal once a day, my question to you will be like, where do the other 2 meals go? Because you have you have to release some of the stuff that you have eat. Like let's mention the babies. When you're a baby, how many times? When you are a baby,
you're going
after
all the time.
Each meal, you're going all the time, right? So what takes place as we grow up and we start introducing the wrong way, you can say, of nutrition, right? All these processed foods.
Right.
The colon start getting impacted. And I guess when you start accumulating all these toxins in the colon, then basically when you're young probably, you don't feel too much the effects, but as you age, your body starts showing up the signs of, hey, you know what, this is not normal.
Mm-hmm.
So if you don't eliminate the waste from the colon, you will have problems in the future because,
that makes
as you
sense.
say, and you have experienced probably yourself, you know that when you start releasing all these things, even your mind, your way of thinking, it's like you're happier. It's like you take such a load out of you that is incredible.
Yeah.
That there is no description until basically it's even hard to describe even with words until you experience it.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Well said. Well said. Yeah, because before coming to you guys, I had no knowledge of colon hydrotherapy and no experience. Nobody really ever told me about it.
Mm-hmm.
And then I started seeing improvements in Nicole and the way that she was feeling. And I think she just like encouraged me or something along those lines to do it. And then, oh man, it makes a significant difference because it's not only like literally physically like cleaning yourself, but it's like a spiritual clean as well, which is, it's kind of interesting to talk about because there's no way to like really, in my mind, quantify like, this you're actually getting a spiritual cleaning or a cleaning of the soul, but it really does feel that way. You feel a lot less stressed or a lot less have like a lot less anxiety. So when people are coming to you, your clients, like what are some things that stories that you've seen their condition before they started and then after they started?
Well, testimonials are many. We have seen, people who have problems of arthritis, they just told us, my goodness, my arthritis have improved in such a way that is incredible, Some people even don't have pain anymore. Other people, they were having problems sleeping, then they were able to sleep again. And these are people who call us and let us know, or who put, their writing testimonials, these kind of things. Basically, we also have people who they have pains in different part of the body, also the pain diminished, basically 80%, 100%. The cases vary, and because, not everyone is the same, right? So the people come with different conditions. And usually, when people come to do the colon cleansing or colon hydrotherapy, they have tried everything else, So it's like they try this, they try that. So when most of the time when they come, it's like, okay, well, I try everything else, so let's see if this works, right?
I see.
So do you imagine if people will come, when their condition is even better, but besides that, I would say also people with more testimonials, allergies. People who have been dealing with allergies, they improve with the colon hydrotherapy. Is amazing. And as a part of feeling great, young people have come, as early age of 17 years old, with the permission of the parents, of course. And our clients, I guess the one that I would say like about the oldest, 86, 87.
Yeah.
And they all show improvement.
Yeah.
Which is, it's a blessing. It's wonderful, to see people feeling better, right? And
of course.
Please don't take me wrong, it's like it's a wonderful thing if you have, your doctor and you should ask. There is a lot of doctors who are more knowledgeable right now. About what the colon cleanse is, and we have worked, and we're still working with doctors very close. Who also refer us, clientele, when they see that they have problems they cannot resolve. They have the knowledge and they send them to us, yes.
Yeah.
With a prescription. When, for example, if there are some conditions when the doctor will have to prescribe for their clients, right? Like, for example, after having a colonoscopy, if it's only 3 months, that you have a colonoscopy, you also will need your doctor prescription. If you have surgery, recently, that kind of things. Otherwise, it's like basically it's your choice if you have no other conditions. We have a list of conditions in our form when you come to see us, and if you qualify for any of those conditions, we will not be able to do the colon hydrotherapy. Okay, we will refer you to your medical doctor, and then if your doctor decides that you can have it, then you're welcome, but it will be with prescription.
Gotcha. What kind of feeling do you guys get knowing that the work that you're doing is changing people's lives?
Yes.
It must be an amazing feeling.
Well, it is a wonderful feeling. It's a wonderful feeling because seeing people improve when they have problems, with their health, and see them happier and being able to have their normal lives again, together with whatever other thing they're doing, it's just a wonderful experience. Yes.
Yeah. I will thank you guys as well. I wasn't like in terrible health, but I can tell you, like, if I were to try to quantify it about how good I feel before I come in, I would say maybe, I guess I can't, right now I just feel normal, so I can't really say that, I'm feeling bad or whatever. But after I get out of the colon cleanse, I feel amazing. It feels great. So I say you feel like a 10, and then I can look at that backwards and be like, I probably feel like on average probably like about a 6 or a 7 or something like that. So the work that you guys are doing is truly amazing stuff. Your guys' energy is very contagious, and so like it's very freeing and very light. And you guys have a very nice, what's the word that I'm looking? Very nice personalities and personas. It's just very easygoing. How often do you guys get your guys' colons cleansed?
Our colon?
Yes, personally.
Well, personally, we have,
do you do it on a daily, weekly?
That's an excellent question. Well, we have the advantage that we have the device, with us. So with everything that we have learned, yes, we treat ourselves weekly.
Yeah.
We do it weekly, yes. And, I feel wonderful, fantastic. My wife too. And, it's just a wonderful feeling. And one of the things that now that you have this question, I would like to add something that the misconcept that people have, or probably, there is some quack information, when you start searching about colon hydrotherapy, is the belief that that the good bacteria from the colon is taken away when you do colon hydrotherapy. Well, this is a completely mislead information because, number one, when you come and have a colon hydrotherapy and you are impacted in your colon and you don't go to the bathroom for 3 days, a week, some people 2 weeks. We have people who have not go to the bathroom close to a month.
Really?
Yes. Okay?
Wow.
And these people, their condition was really, really bad. And usually they were sent by their own personal doctor. So common sense will tell you that what kind of good bacteria will you have in a colon which is completely poison?
Yeah.
What good bacteria? I would probably say not even one. So in order for you to have a good bacteria, you need to clean your colon. And if you're concerned with the good bacteria, you just have, some wonderful probiotics after your session.
Yeah.
Right? So you put the good bacteria, but the good bacteria will work when your colon is clean.
Right.
Because if you start taking probiotics, going to the bathroom and your colon is polluted, you're complicating things even more. That you're resolving things because really the probiotics is not working. Because all the good bacteria, it will be killed and absorbed by the bad bacteria, right?
Yeah.
So I like to clear that misconception, which most of the people say, no, that is,
Yeah, I've heard that criticism as well.
Yes.
Yeah. So when a person is, I guess, constipated for a month, what, when they get a cleanse, are they releasing just literally a shit ton?
Well, you see, the people. I love your question.
Or is the colon too tight and it doesn't release much?
Okay.
What is that like?
It can be many. There is not only one answer to that. Okay. I wish it would be one answer. It would be simple, but people come with different conditions, and different conditions. It can be that how did the colon get overloaded, or why people cannot go to the bathroom. Well, let's mention a few of them. Number one, if you're taking medications, some of the side effects from the medications, which you have to take your medication. Yeah, of course. We're not saying that you don't take your medication whatsoever.
Right.
But if you're taking medications, we have to know that you also are having side effects from these medications. And if you read, the side effects of the medication, they will say that one of the causes, it will be constipation, right? So, and that's when you're taking one, but there are people who take 2, 3, 4, 5, people who will take medication for cholesterol, for diabetic, for heart problems, many medications. So if one of them have a side effect to make you being constipated, now imagine more than one. So that adds to the problem, right? So, well, people have to take the medications, according to the prescription of the doctors, which is okay. But also, they have the choice to reduce the overload of the cause of these side effects that is producing, in the colon, right? So in other words, they can feel much better when they have a cleansing. It's like taking an internal shower to get all these side effects diminished.
Yeah.
Okay, and this is not something that I invent this information. This information is public and is for you to know, to check, to research.
Yeah. So I guess we'll start wrapping this up, but I guess one of the main questions I can ask, is what message would you want to leave a person who is not feeling good, about their health? What would you want to say to that person?
Well, the first thing is to know that we are in times that we have two wonderful approaches. You have the medical approach, right? That, of course, if you are sick or something and you need to take a medication, we're not telling you not to take your medication. But also, you have the wonderful choice that going into the alternative and holistic medicine, which I believe they're both important, you also can find solutions, okay, which are better, okay, if they work together. Because if you only basically pollute your system, your mention organs, your heart, your lungs, your gut, and you don't do anything about it, you will complicate your health, right? But
Right.
if you at least get some form of natural detox to get all these overloads in your body from, to make your lymphatic system and the rest of your organs work better, you will feel that you also need the holistic approach.
Right.
And so, do your own research.
Mm-hmm.
And yes, I invite you, to try some of the holistic approaches. And one of them, I believe, is one of the number one, is colon hydrotherapy. Because, as I mentioned before, the colon is connected to every single organ in your body. Nerves, cells are connected to the rest of your body. So it's just common sense to think that if I do the right approach, I will feel better. And that's why you mentioned yourself that you feel wonderful. You feel, like it's difficult to describe, how in your mind, your body, your whole being, feels so much better.
Absolutely. Yeah, I can give a personal testimonial that working with you guys has increased and improved the quality of my life.
Mm-hmm.
So thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Thank you for this interview, and thank you for the work that you guys do.
And we practice what we preach.
Absolutely. All right. Send it there. Hey, what's up? I'm Marty Yang, creator of the Lucky Brain podcast. Thanks so much for tuning in. If you're enjoying the content, please hit the like button and also subscribe to my channel. Thanks so much. Hope you enjoy.